slide. Next slide. This is criteria for the IT project success. The number one is the system quality. The number two, information quality, the user satisfaction, individual impact, and organizational impact. So I pick one example and how to explain the six criteria for IT project success. For example, we have the project that we are building. I want to build a website for a company. Right? Web development is one of the projects, and we can use that as example. The system quality, so what language do we use or what application do we use to build a website? Okay, what is the framework to build a website? The quality, the system quality. Some website, I think that you also have experiences where sometimes when you access a website, it's very slow. Some website is very fast. It's based on what is the hosting services. Is that right? The servers and the hosting services that the company use. So number one is the system quality. You access some website and you can download all the thing and it's very fast. It responds immediately for what you want to use or you respond on the website. The system quality. The information quality, there's some website that's poor information, not so much information, or no updated information. Is that right? You don't want to access the website anymore. For example, sunderland.edu.vn. They update information monthly. So every month they update one article. You do not see any new things from the website because every day you update information by minute. Because you use Facebook like last year, so update information every minute. While the website of the university update monthly, so information quality is not good. Some informations are not correct. Some informations are outdated that many people don't want. Okay, so not all people build successful website. When you build a website, you need to maintain a website. You need to pay fee for hosting, for like services. You have to pay for the good domain names, right? Or other things. You need to design. You have to spend time and qualities on design the website. It must be the modern style, not the very traditional website. Okay, today many people use some application. When you want to think about building the website for the company, so what application or what website do you use? Have you ever built a website for yourself? No. You? No. So I think that we should have assignment to build a website. You have to build a website, at least for yourself. For example, you have the online CV. You cannot submit your Facebook when you apply for the job because the thing is on your Facebook, so many friends and they give the very bad comment or negative comment, or that is the space, the private space that you can share your personal feeling and you cannot push on the job. Is it right? So I think that's when you right now, because you're nearly graduation. And you need to have your personal CV. You have to prepare the CV, online CV. When you submit, because you don't. Sometimes you have the opportunity, and the recruiter want to see your very privileged information. Like you send them like the link of the CV, and that they know. Okay, so there's a website that you can build. For example, the WordPress. WordPress also provides the foundation or the framework to build a website. I hope that you know how to access the WordPress because they provide very modern themes, attractive themes, very beautiful themes that you can apply for the website. It's just like I make the Google Drive, Google site for the class management. Actually, it's very simple. They have the framework. I just add the menu, add, and they make it. Very simple. It's just like the WordPress, but WordPress has more themes than Google sites. Because Google site is very basic tool to make a website, free website. Okay, so that's the information, the system quality. You have to think about it. The next is the use. The website today, many people think about the website 2.0, not 1.0. Website 1.0 look like University of Sunderland, sunderland.edu.vn. This is web 1.0 because you can read information one side. There's no interaction between you, the users, and the web owner. It's different from Facebook. With the Facebook, this is Web 2.0 because they allow us to interact. You post a new feed, and your friend can give a comment and you can reply the comment. That's interaction on the website. Okay, so the use is based on what purpose you're using. For the official website of the company, we have to use Web 1.0. Because you allow 2.0, the company there will access and give some bad word, negative thing about our company, and they destroy our company. So sometimes we need to use 1.0, and sometimes we need 2.0. The forum is 2.0. The user satisfaction. Who is the user satisfaction? The user in this case is the web controller. Because when you build a website, it doesn't mean that you will maintain the website forever. You have to transfer the ownership into another person who is in charge of maintaining the website. Is it right? For example, his company asked me to build a website. This is a project. My project to build a website for his company. So when I successfully built the website, then I have transferred the website control panel or control or admin to the company, and I withdraw my role. Okay, I finish, I receive my money, and that's all. Okay, so when I transfer the admin into his company and people in the company cannot control or cannot admin the website, well, they do not satisfy with the controlling system of the website. To the website we have two phases. One is the out phase, okay, or in front of phase, the phase that all people see. Another is admin phase. An admin phase is a phase underground, meaning we are working behind the web. We change and it's change on the interface, right? The next is individual impact. Who impact on the website? The owner, the customer. For example, I build a website. I have my skill, but all of the philosophy, all of the theme, or the color, or all of the design, or the desire based on the owner of the company, because he's my customer. Okay, individual impact. What happened if the customer, my customer, have no experiences about the website? Even I have this skill, but he give me very bad idea, and I cannot build a website successfully. I remember when I maybe in 2008, I worked as the CEO assistant for one company. The CEO wanted to build a website. He wanted to change the website, but he had no experiences and no background about the web designing. And he just gave the idea to the end, like the web developer staff. We have a group of people to develop the website. But he always give the crazy ideas on the web because he had no experience. He had no knowledge about the web design. He didn't know how to build a website. And some idea is very interesting, but we cannot do it. We couldn't do it at a time. So that makes the company. Sometimes when you want to use so many animation for the website, if you make the speed of running or opening the websites very slow, because you apply so many animation on the website. So to some website, very simple with the low decrease of the qualities of the image, but needed or enough for scenes on the web browser. You know that things? Individual impact. Who impact on the design of the web? Organizational impact. What is organizational impact? It's based on what business you are doing. You are building a website for like agriculture company, so the web design will be different with the technology. You cannot use the model or the team of the technology business into the agriculture company. Not the equivalent. It's so different, right? So organizational impact, individual impact, user satisfaction, the use, information quality, and system quality. 6 criteria when we evaluate the success of the web developer or the IT project. That I just pick up one example. So we have many examples from the ITs, and today's the project. I think that is also concerning to we should apply the technologies, information technologies in the business. So what happened? Something is like the water phone. The next 4 dimensions of the project success. Because chapter 1 we just introduced the overall about the project. Just quite boring. Project efficiencies. This is the completion time and the important. With the project efficiencies, less important, but it takes a long time. The impact on the customer, very important, right? Very important. And in the time, when the project launches and we think about the impact on the customer, right? The business success, less important than, but it takes long time to complete it. And the preparing for the future, this is the continuous learning. I think this diagram doesn't define correctly about the each dimension, but in overall, the project efficiencies will have less important because it is short time only in the phase of producing or like the launching the project. But impact to the customer, it takes a longer time. The thing that we consider is the error. You consider in this case the business success, keep the largest errors in the rectangle. Okay. The second is the impact of the customer. The third is preparing for the future, and the last is the project efficiencies. It's just like the IELTS test, writing test. Why? You know this one? Have you ever joined the IELTS test? Have you ever? Excuse me? Have you ever, joined the IELTS test? No, right. Test one. They show the chart, and then it's like and around 200 words about the test. You do it ready? Yes. Test one. Test two. Show and compare. Which one is the best? Biggest, this one, the second, the third, fourth, and then explain. I prefer such kind of a test because with the test, how writing skills. Right, the next is the project management material model. Some model that we should follow: the Center for the Business Practice, the Cancer Project Management Maturity Model, the ESI's International Project Framework, and XEI's Capability Material Model Integration. We will learn in when you go in the second phase of the project. Just introduce the names only. The next is the spider web diagram. We also have some diagram. It's also the same as other criteria assessments. The project scheduling from 0. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 array with 8 slides, 8 size. And for each size is come from 0 to 3. 0 is the lowest and 3 is the highest, and then we rate. It is the subjective evaluation, but I think it also tells us something about how to complete the project. For example, the project scheduling is very important. So the bigger number represent the importance of that criteria in the project implementation. The project scheduling, very important, and we always rate number 3, the high score. When you set a project, we have the limited time, and the time tell us about how you complete efficiencies or not. That's the difference between effective and efficiencies we learned before. What the difference is based on the time. The second is structure support for the project management. It's also high grade, but we can change because the structures can be changed while we are implementing. Sometimes we need to add more people, recruit more people to involve in the project. The portfolio management normally high. I think it's normally high, but in this case, the rater just give them 2 over 3. Because the portfolio management normally concerning to the cost management. Is it right? How much do you use for controlling the projects? The coaching, auditing, and evaluating projects. After that, coaching, auditing, after in the closing phase, the evaluating projects, evaluating at the closing phase. So it normally comes right after we finish everything. So that's the reason why the rater give it 1 point only, right? The next is control practice. Control practice is not really important in the project. Even we control it, but we also have the software and we have the tracking that I showed you in the beginning. We have the tracking. We have the tracking, control tracking. So with the tracking, the control practice is not really individual or working alone, because we have the tracking code and we have the tracking field or path that we can make sure that all people can follow, and based on the trackings, I think the tracking streets people will know how to follow. The project stakeholder management, from the style, the networking between projects, very low. Because normally the projects working independently and isolation. The next is the personal development for the project. This is the personal, not for the whole project. You learn from this. But I recommend you, when in the future, if you have a chance to join any project, please volunteer to join the project, because you will learn nothing from this. For example, in banking, we have two types of like opportunities. You can go for the bank. In the banking, we have two financial institutions. Why don't you go for the bank? Why don't you go for the fund, the financial fund? That's right. If you like banking or money, so you can choose go for the bank, or you go for the fund, financial fund or investment fund. So if you go for the bank, your knowledge just rotate around the banking services. That's it. And all of the things you learn throughout your life are money and how to control money, loans and saving account. But when you go for the fund or investment fund or financial fund, so you have a chance to work in different field. So your knowledge will be enlarged than you work for the bank only. So I think that if you want to go for like the banking services, I recommend you to go for the financial fund. Because in the financial fund or investment fund, you have opportunity to enrich your knowledge. You work for different projects. Because each fund is a project. They have to go with the project, and because you are the investment company, working for the investment company, so you have to know what are they doing, and you invest, you join into that. For example, in financial fund, they also invest in Telegram, and you know what is the model run the Telegram companies are running. Okay, when you know the model, you can run later when you have money, you can run the similar thing. When you work for the bank, no one share anything. Okay, that's what I want to share with you. So personal development for the project based on the person, not for the whole company. Right, that's one. Last one, project management maturity, generic model. The low maturity, ad hoc process, no common language and leader support, very low maturity. The moderate maturity, defined practice, training program, organizational support, and the high maturity, institutionalized to seek continuous improvement. So the only one word that you know is a continuous improvement. This is. In the project, we like appreciate the continuous improvement, because the project is not finished. After finish, we close the project, but to the project organizer or developer, so they continue learning and improve themselves throughout the project. For example, working for the company, first year you make some mistake, the second year you improve yourself, you can avoid the mistake or similar mistake, and the future you will become the maturity person, because you learn all the mistakes that you can avoid. You know, that's very fun in Vietnam. Experience is what you have done before. Experience comes after experiment. Experiment are the actual practices. Is it right? We have many concepts. Experience is the last concept. Before experience, we have the experiment. Experiment is practicing. You do that thing, you do the real job. Before experiment, you need to have the learning. Is that right? So when you have the experience, you need to have a learning, experiment, experience. That is the three steps. And before learning, we think. Okay, we think carefully, then we learn. Then we experience. We implement, then we learn. And when we transfer them into experience. Okay. So here's the list of the pyramid of projects material when you work in the projects. For the first project, it's very strange, very boring, very difficult. The second one, the same. They follow the same step, the same process. Okay, there are 6 and 8 steps, 8 phases. You follow, then you can do it. For the third project, I'm sure that you master that project because you know how to do it. Is that right? You know, I hope that you understand what I'm talking about. The project. For the first, don't worry, because you are the learner. You should know. The first one is you learn how many hitting in the project. The second, you know exactly. So what is the meaning of each step, and then you do it. For example, right now, I asked you to do the business plan for like new ideas. Okay, the business plan. The number one, the first time you do the business plan, so difficult. What do we do right now? How about the ideas? How about the financial preparation? How about the human resources? How about marketing? How about many things, right? But that's the first time you do the business plan. The second time you continue doing the business plan in the BTech program, and you know that okay, I have done before. I know that how many steps and how many phases. Then you do it, but it's not high quality. The next course in BTech, you continue asking to do the business plan. Okay, right. I'm mastering business plan designing because you do 3 times, and you know exactly what to do to avoid the mistake. It's right the same for the project. I remember for the first time I did projects, many mistakes. I work in the factory to produce the rubber. Then I have so many mistakes. But after that, mistake come after mistake, and we learn, and then we can improve ourselves. I hope that you understand, right? Anything else? I also have one. The last one you should do, but today I'm sorry because I installed the software. The thing that is very frequently appear in our program, the work breakdown structure, the Gantt chart. You have to do that thing, and that will support you. I talked to Mr. Hung, and he told me that we have not had the assignment. Wait, maybe 1 or 2 weeks we will have the assignment. But right now, learn. We prepare all the very fundamental knowledge and skills. So next time, please bring the laptop to the class. Install the projects and Microsoft Office project into your laptop. If you don't have a laptop, buy a new one. Because this is the top of program is very financial program. So we need to prepare to buy the laptop. MacBook is okay. So I recommend you to buy and install. We have to do the things. Alright. And right now, in the past, we just learned how to make their flow chart to Gantt charts. But now, pay more specific on this line. It's a weekend, Saturday, Sunday. It's also combined because the project is not. We just count the working day. We have to count the Sunday, Saturday too. So now we have to time how long and how to put them in order. What do first, what do later. Okay, what to be done first, what to be done later is based on the order and a list of the things. This is the textbook. Chapter 1, why project management, just 1 day, right? Chapter 2, strategy, structure, and culture, 1 day too. Actually today we have to start 2 chapters, but you come too late. Chapter 3, project selection. I also prepared some piece of paper, but maybe next time we will learn what project we will select. The next is project leadership. We study to the end. Scope management, 2 days that we can learn. I think 1 day is okay. We learn what is the project scope. Team building control. It takes time because from there you have the assignment and then you can think about the team. But this individual assignment, I just say team in learning. Risk management to the end. Okay, cost estimation and budgets, sort. Then scheduling, critical chance scheduling, resource management, project evaluations, and termination, closing. So it means the most difficult is risk management, team building conflict, and project leadership. after that's the project. So it takes time. I know that you may okay. I think it's better today access my sites and try to learn from the prior assignments. What did they do, and can you do it or not, and what do